Welcome to the video. The gang is all here, and we are here to go through some more of these wonderful brooches from Sue. And this is just the way we left it a while back. We had gotten these beautiful, all the brooches are just stunning. And then here's the two precious metal. We'll put with the rest of the precious metal. We have an update thanks to two viewers. Amazing. Remember this green stone that came with the amber stone wrapped by the same person with the little twisty? It's moldavite, and it is, that's why I said it looks like glass. It was made, it's only found in Czechoslovakia. It's made from an asteroid hitting the area millions of years ago. It's called a tektite because it's left over from the asteroid hitting, or meteorite, and I guess the heat did something to the sand or some area around, and this is what you get, this beautiful green glass-like structure of a stone. Moldavite, look it up. It's amazing. It's used for healing. It's just amazing. People are selling them on Etsy. You can get a moldavite piece for about $24, I think, wrapped like this. Some of them that are just raw and rough and not wrapped go for less. Some go for more. And some so-called museum quality are very expensive. So there we have that. Really cool. I could not believe it. Would never have figured that out in a million years. I'm wearing a druzy from Gorgeous ring from Vicky in Ohio. And Vicky, we sure like to hear from you. Hopefully everything's okay. Check this rock out. This is from the new lady that's moved to a small town near this small town I live in. I live in a small town, but it's the place where everyone comes to the Walmart here from the other small towns. And we had been waiting for her rocks because it started raining really bad about 4 days ago, and it rained for 2 days, which was wonderful. But she put one of the rocks out, and I think I told you that my friend was like, hey, one of the rocks is posted, let's go. And I said, it's going to be already gone. And she said, let's just get it and try. And lo and behold, she got it. Well, this is the same series, and it's like witches, but this one's pearls, and it's black. They're huge. They're wonderful. And this one was placed at one of the local businesses, but the nice thing about this lady is she puts it on. Like, she'll tell you, I went to the coffee shop and shows a picture. I went to the grocery store and shows a picture. So today I had a permission metal detecting, and I'll tell you all about that. But while I was doing that, my friend who was looking at the phone, because we've been waiting for her to post again, said, go to the Kroger or whatever, the little store. And I did. Oh, that's pretty. That is cute. It's a little umbrella. All these are so wonderful, and most of them are vintage. They all look vintage to me. That's a cute snowman. Can be hung as a pendant as well. So there was an old house. What, is this a bear or something? Oh, that's Ireland. I think that's Ireland. Nice. There's an old house on the main street in town, and it got torn down, unfortunately. And I immediately wanted to, metal detect it. Beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful, not missing any stones. Can't make it out. I'm going to B and I need to use my loop. BOSOFF, I think. I need to look that up. That's a new one. That's interesting. So I have been driving, you see it. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at that. All of the sparkle and the rhinestones. She's really pretty. Anyway, I had seen it. They tore the house down and it was just dirt, that was, ooh, beautiful. I can't even get through a story. This jewelry's so awesome. I don't need to tell any stories anyway. But today I was driving, by, and there was a man with a wheelbarrow, and he had a shovel and a hoe, and he was like moving the bricks around and smoothing things out. And they had put a for sale sign. Look how pretty that is. Green and golden and brown, the changing colors of fall. So I just pulled in, and very nicely, I didn't drive way down in there. I pulled in on the property barely so that he wouldn't feel invaded. I walked down there towards him, took my sunglasses off and was smiling. And I said, hey, I've been driving by for months and wanting to, if I ever saw anyone, I knew I would have to ask if I can metal detect the property. And I said, are you the person to ask? And he said, yes, I am. And that, no problem, go right ahead. So I was doing some metal detecting out there. And that's why I'm Clad Queen, y'all. I found 5 memorial pennies and a modern quarter, modern meaning the 80s. Nothing, no wheat penny, no sterling, no nothing. Now, he's got a backyard there that I might try to go dig, because you just never know. But I'm like, I just cannot for the life of me get a silver coin dug. This is really pretty with those beautiful rhinestones. This is unusual. And y'all know what? I know what this is because of this channel and people that have helped me on this channel. Isn't that, and I don't remember what it's called, but it's from Michigan, right? Isn't it? It's like a coral fossil. And it's like the state stone, I believe. And there's a name for it, and I know somebody will know. It's just stunning. Look at that. God, gotta love something like that. I'm giving that to Shelly. She's gonna love that. Shelly loves that kind of stuff. And driving around today, running my errands and trying to find rocks at 11 this morning. The lady that puts them out every Saturday morning, she put them out at like 7:30, and that's cute. And I don't ever rush down there. I have to sleep, so. Anyway, normally I go and I usually find at least one of her rocks. Well, today I didn't find any. But I made up, oh, Sherman, look at this. I made up with it with this black rock from this lady, so that's good. And then I went to the thrift, and while I was going to the thrift, there you go, Sherman, beautiful. I saw, that the man on the bicycle, that's my competition. But he's not who I call my competition, but he's always in that dumpster. But I like him more than my competition because at least he's industrious and he goes to all kinds of dumpsters. He doesn't just, he tries to hustle. He's a hustler, and I know he's a drug addict, but I just don't, that's none of my business. He's out there trying to find ways to make money, and he gets the vintage stuff out of that dumpster and goes downtown to the antique shops, and he must have some buyers because he is really packs his, he goes through everything when he's in there, and he's been getting in there when the manager is still there, so there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not about to be told by her, get out of here, just because I'm trying to beat that guy. He usually, his health comes and goes, so I don't need to get myself in trouble. But look at that. That's a beautiful, beautiful rhinestone there. Look at that. I love that, like a Roman soldier thing. I don't like Roman soldiers since they crucified our Christ, but I like the design just fine. He was way away from the dumpster, and he was in a restaurant parking lot, which he does, asking for money as people get out of cars. It's bad, what can I say? He is a hustler. Hard Rock Cafe, and this is Houston. Awesome. That is really cool, with enamel on the front. And I saw him, and I had some cash in the car, which I don't. A Hard Rock Pen Pals. Another one. Ooh, that's neat. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Nice. So, I had broken a 10, and I had a 5 and some 1s. This is really pretty. Beautiful colors. I know so many of y'all love brooches, and y'all are enjoying brooches. That's delicate on that corner, so I'm going to put it away from the other brooches. And y'all have been really enjoying these brooches from Sue. And I have too, and so has the gang. This is like I think it's a tiger. Beautiful. Lots of cats in these brooches, cat motif. So anyway, he knows my truck, and he didn't recognize me right away. Scorpio. My dad was a Scorpio. I get along very well with Scorpios. I'm a Capricorn, and y'all know if you're a Capricorn, you get along with Scorpios. They're intense. We're kind of intense, but they're very intense. My dad was very passionate about things. It was his dad that was a treasure hunter and collector like me, and that's where I got it genetically. Scorpio. So I just pulled up, and I waved. I said, hey, and he came over right away, of course, because I had the 5, and I was just holding it out the window, and I've never offered him any money, given him anything. I just felt like it was the right thing to do. Maybe it'll grease the wheels next time I see him. That's really pretty. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful pen? I mean, that's just practically an entire person. Beautiful. And so he came over, and he didn't recognize me right away, and then he recognized me. And I said, hey, get yourself something to eat. And I handed it to him, and he was like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then he gave me a fist bump. I'm like, that was it, But I just wanted to do that. He's very thin because he rides his bike everywhere, and he has poor health that comes and goes and all. And like I said, I don't judge what he does. When I see him, he's working his tootsies off, his tail off, riding all over town. And I know, I don't get close to him. I know he's been in and out of jail, mostly for drugs or trespassing at this point. But I just wanted to do that in a safe, I was in the car. It was in a parking lot with people. So that was, kind of interesting. That was a pretty blue, wasn't it? Ooh, penguins. Love penguins. Isn't that pretty and cute? That is really, really cute. Love that. Whoa. Oh my. That's either rabbit or fox fur on this cat. So you're either gonna like that or you're not. No middle ground there. I mean, I can do without a pendant that has had fur, but that is so vintage though, isn't it? And would have looked good with when people wore their little stole. And I've sold many a stole. In fact, I still have a little fur stole in a box that has been thrown out by the thrift store, and I just can't stand to see that an animal, go into the trash. So I always get them out. I put them on Etsy, $9.98. I used to charge shipping, so now it would be like, if I did it again, $14.98 or something, free shipping. And they've all sold. This one I have now, though, is not in very good condition. I have not listed it. But that is different. Whoops, very, very different. So here are some matching. These are all matching, and we got the green and the blue. Love those. Just adding. Oh, I love this color. Gives you a splash of color on there. Look at that. What would you call that? It's just like a, I'm saying ice green. I don't even know if that's a color. It's a very light green. I don't know. I can't quite think of what it would be like. Man, I love this ring. Aren't y'all loving that ring? Dadgum. My friend mostly wears the rings. She loves jewelry, and she has a job where she's, for me, I could wear it, but I wash my hands a lot during the day, and it would just, I just don't wear them. Just don't wear them. I love them. I had a gold ring that I would wear. I wore it all the time for years. Gold, diamonds, rubies. And then it doesn't fit my finger anymore. You get older. Speaking of getting older, that's pretty. It's braided. Very interesting. Ooh, look at that. Does that say Monet? Yes, it does. I'm enjoying Frugal Gal's video. She's up there visiting her mom. Beautiful Oregon. Have y'all been watching her videos? She is so entertaining. She sold me an Edelweiss brooch one time, and then sent a bunch of Christmas brooches for free. I don't think she likes Christmas brooches, right? Am I right about that? That is just very nice, this Monet. These are all very nice. I like this shell. Look how you don't find a brooch that's, they're usually more flat, but isn't that pretty? I keep dropping everything, and I did not even put lotion on my hands. I'm just holding it all with one hand, and I don't mean to keep dropping things. That's annoying. That's pretty. Reminds me of things that you put on the curtain to pull them back. That's cute. It's a little purse pin. Aunt Barry's been looking, y'all, and we're having to abandon that one store. It's just ridiculous. They're not even putting anything good on, having gone through it. So I don't know what they're doing. Somebody's stealing stuff. And all it is when they put on vintage to modern, it's too colorful. I mean, I'm like, bunch of colorful plastic beaded stuff, you know. I've had a few sales. You know, we're in the fourth quarter, but I've had a few sales, so that's been nice. Some of the jewelry has sold. I'm not sure. Is it Jerry or somebody? This is pretty strawberry pin. That's beautiful. I love the texture alternating with the smooth. I mean, it's just, oh, another Ann. Hello to Ann. If you need your pen, here it is. And then 2 more out of this lot. That is so adorable. Absolutely adorable. Black Beauty is a colt. So cute. So vintage looking. It just looks, I want to say 50s to me. Oh, that's interesting. That's like a little gaslight lantern thing. It's nice. Very different. I don't see a maker's mark. So Sue, thank you. We have seen some of the most beautiful, it's an earring back. So I'll put that in with some earrings. Let's open one of her, or several. She's got 3 boxes here. Have no idea what's in them. And it's been hard not to just go, you know, do these every day, but I am pacing myself, enjoying it. I'm trying not to do it when I'm too tired to really enjoy and make a connection. So I'm just taking my time, and I hope you all can understand. And I know that you can. Oh, that's pretty. We have a beautiful straight pin. And it has a little pearl. I don't know what this is going to say, but if this says, let's just see. I have never, okay, hold on now. I have never had a precious metal in one of these pins. Okay, 1/20th. I have never had, that might be a real pearl there. So we've got 1/20th 14K gold filled, and I've never found anything. People are always saying, check that pin, check that pin. And I'm trying to rub this on my teeth without. Oh yeah, that's rough. So Henrietta, you're going to have to fight Billy Bob for that. That's Billy Bob's. Wow. I've never had anything written on one of these pins, you know. People are always like, check them. And now I do. That is a first for me. Thank you so much. So beautiful. And Billy Bob, I do need to talk about you today. Let's give it a bob, Billy Bob. Look at that. Look what you got, Billy Bob. You got, and Billy Bob already got this 14K from Sue. See, this one came from our Tangled lot, which we won't be buying any more of those, unfortunately. It did go for about $311, I believe. So, bummer, you know. Sheila fell over in all this excitement. Sheila, sit up. We've got, I know you just swooned. You lost your mind because Billy Bob got him some more gold. Billy Bob, you are the dude. I'm going to try to remember because I was thinking about Billy Bob a lot in the last couple of days. Thank you very much. That is just stunning. Beautiful, beautiful pen. Wow. These are how they go like this. Beautiful. Matching. It's nice to have everything matching, isn't it? Beautiful matching earrings. Very, very festive. That will make you look great at any event, especially going into the holiday season. Really pretty. We'll give those to Henrietta over here. She likes stuff. She likes pearls. Henrietta. Now let's open this. Ooh. Artesia Collection Sika quilting pen. What? What is that? Wow. Good heavens. I'm going to be real gentle here. I think this needs to... I think it hangs all the way down. There we go. Wow. Says love. So nice. Beautiful. Stunning. Good grief. And it looks like, is it stained? What is it? How is that made? I don't know how they made that. It's glass. Oh my word. That is just gorgeous. I don't want to be dropping that. Beautiful. Wow. That's just gorgeous. Look at that, quilters, jewelry lovers, artisans. Thank you very much, Sue. Those are gorgeous. I was going to talk about Billy Bob, and let me see, what is the date today? Are we the 19th? October 19th? It was something to do about, well, the rocks, I didn't find any, so I was just like, well, Billy Bob would be saying, you're going to get a rock, it's just a matter of when, not if, but when. Oh, and with the dumpster, you know, the guy on the bike is back, and also something I didn't think about was without the mean lady, who I call the nice lady, she's there till 7 at night every night, and I used to be able to, they would leave, and sometimes I could get in there before the other guy in the truck would show up, and that hasn't been happening, although I did end up with a bag from a couple of days ago, and I'm going to film that. It's some unusual finds, nothing super cool, but I think I'm going to film it anyway, because you just never know when the next finds will happen. By the way, we still have a couple more bags from Sue, so we will still, I mean, we are so blessed with this gorgeous jewelry. Look at this, gorgeous. Got gold again today from Sue. Billy Bob is just over the moon. Sheila's passing out, and she's already gotten some gorgeous rings. Shelley has gotten quite a few beautiful pieces in Cluck. They are just over the moon with these unusual things, including that green stone, the Moldavite. Sherman got that beautiful, he's gotten some pieces as well. Henrietta just got some. And the starling pile is here. I'm not letting Aunt Bunny anywhere near it because it doesn't need to be cleaned. Some absolutely stunning pieces. So yeah, the dumpster. So I'm like, let me just bless this man. He's working hard. Let me give him $5 and just give him a blessing. Would I like him to move on? Yeah, but it's not gonna happen. Sometimes he does go out of town, and that's where I think I started. My other competition said one time said, oh well, the bicycle guy, I think his name is Steve. So Steve's over in Louisiana working the chicken houses. Yeah, he's only making $100 a day. He's over there working for $100 a day. I said, well, that's pretty good money, really. Oh, well, I can make a lot more than that. But the thing is Steve went to make $100 a day cash. He's probably got a record, and he hustled it. He hustled some work during the heat in Louisiana in the chicken houses, which probably is going through and getting the dead chickens out of there. I mean, we're talking those huge houses with thousands of chickens in there. It doesn't smell good. It is really bad for your health to be breathing in their poop stuff. I know, because this county I live in, if you live in the country, you're going to have a chicken house near you. And so living in the country in this county that I live in is not what you think it is. And I've known it, and that's why I live in the city. I like when they come down the street and they fill the potholes. They haul off your branches out in the street when you pile them up. I like the trash pickup, and I know the taxes are higher, but I like the fact that there's laws and you don't hear gunfire constantly. I kid you not. Or there's regulation and you don't have a neighbor with 10,000 pieces of metal laying all over the yard. And I do scrap, but you don't see it. It's all hidden behind a bush, and the good stuff is locked in my big shed. Boy, I'm just all of a sudden have a lot to say. So anyhow, I think that's when I was like, man, he's working, because that's miserable work. And then the competition, I don't talk to him like that. I'm just like, oh, he is. And then the competition, yeah, I would never. I mean, I can make a lot more money than that. Well, yeah, dude, but you don't make it consistently. You don't, because you pick and choose, and you're not going to just do what it takes to make money. So you're always broke. All right. Angelica says, let's go ahead and have our devotional. And we're reading from the Daily Guidepost of 1979. And I think it's the 19th of October. If ye then, being evil, know how to give good gifts unto your children, how much more shall your heavenly Father give the Holy Spirit to them that ask him? I don't know what that means. As a miner's kid, I would listen for the whistles that blew at 3 p.m. quitting time. Well, this sounds wonderful, right up my alley, because I am the great-granddaughter of a coal miner in Pennsylvania. Yeah. 1 blast meant there would be no work the next day. 2 blasts meant someday men would work. And 3 meant a full force would work. When the single whistle blew, I always felt sorry for Daddy because he didn't like it when he couldn't provide a regular paycheck. But unlike some other mining families, when business was slack, we never went hungry. Just because he wasn't in the mine didn't mean Daddy was idle. He'd work in his vegetable garden or take my brothers fishing in the summer. In winter, he'd hunt and fill our larder with rabbits and squirrels. In good times, he'd come home with a sack full of sweets he'd get from the grocer for paying our weekly bill. Good times or bad, we could always count on Daddy. Winters were long and cold in northern Missouri. But one way or another, Daddy would always come whistling home with food for the next meal. I've always thought that Daddy was a good model for me in picturing my Heavenly Father. When pickings are lean, I've learned that He too always provides. Lord, give us this day our daily bread. Well, I really like that one. I wanted to say if I can get through it. My great-grandmother was a school teacher, and she had to walk to work and carry a pistol and all this, and they had chickens, and she also had a milk cow that she would sell the milk from and make extra money. And her husband was a coal miner, and she made the decision that we were not going to take the tokens for the coal miner's shop as payment. She told her husband, we're going to take cash. And you probably even got a few more tokens, but all you could get then, you just had tokens, and she didn't want to get paid in tokens. So with the cash, they built a house. It's still standing in Pennsylvania, very much well taken care of. My daddy got to visit it probably 5 years before he passed away, and he came back with stories about that, that it's still there, and the people let him look. Because down in the basement, he said, as a kid, he always knew where to go find the candy. And I don't know what kind of candy it was, but apparently it was in a jar, some hard candy. Probably she might have made it. Excuse me, I don't know. But that decision of hers, they had 4 children, and all 4 children were successful. None of them went to college. The first person to go to college was my father, which was her first grandchild maybe. And so they were very much behind that. He went to Penn State University, and then he ended up in Germany getting his doctorate in Freiburg in forestry. He was blessed. He worked hard, and his family, these people, did what they could because they valued education. Man, I'm just going on a tangent. But that decision to probably get paid less but get paid in cash was the best decision they made, because Daddy said some of the other families that got paid, with the tokens, they were kind of enslaved is not the right word, but they were, they could get food and get a few other type of things from the company store, but everything went back to the company. And when you lost your job or left your job, you were, you didn't have anything. So anyhow, she wanted her husband to get paid in cash, so that was a wonderful decision. And so I like to think back when I was starting to do the Etsy and the eBay and I averaged about $7 a sale. Things have slowed way down because I'm too busy at my real job to post to load up anymore. I'm just too tired. So I'm taking care of the real job. But I have plenty of inventory if I can ever get it going again. But stuff's on there. I'm down to about 175 items on Etsy, but I need to be at around 200. So things have sold, and I need to, list 25 more things. But anyway, I just think of her. I'm like, it's milk money, it's egg money, and it goes for certain things. Just a little rant, I guess, and a little talk. So I hope y'all have a wonderful night. Those of you that are ill, I hope you're starting to feel better. If you've had surgery, I hope you have a speedy recovery. If you have anxiety and depression, may peace be with you. If everything's healthy and working great, wonderful, may you be blessed with abundance of whatever you want in life. See y'all next time.